So could you tell me a little bit about what street pastors do in Cardiff?
Yeah, sure. Street Pastors is a team of volunteers who we've recruited from local churches within Cardiff. We go out in two separate groups and cover the St Mary Street end of Cardiff city centre and Mill Lane and Caroline Street and around the Hayes, where all the nightclubs and pubs are. And then we also cover the Queen Street area, which is and Greyfriars Road, and all around there where the other set of nightclubs and pubs are. Basically, we're volunteers that go out to work with the police and the paramedics. We all have bags which have things in there like water, flip-flops, general first aid things, space blankets, and basically we're there to assist the police. So if they have somebody who's passed out on the floor or somebody who's lost their friends and are upset and there's been some incidents, they'll give us a call via the radios that we carry, and we'll sit with those people until we've tried to resolve the problem or to sober them up or to help them get home safely.
So on a typical night out, what kind of things do you see on Cardiff streets?
Well, no night is the same, put it that way, but basically we can come across a young girl who's lost her friends, had a bit too much to drink, has no money, no mobile phone. We've managed to get their SIM card and put it in our phone the friends and walk the person to wherever they need to go if they're not sure of where the area is. We've also helped men. Men are quite vulnerable by themselves as well, and they get themselves into quite a state. So we come across men who are just unconscious but sort of standing up against a wall, so we'll spend time with them, try and encourage them to have some water, sober them up so they're aware of where they're going and what they want to do, and if they're going to a certain place or to meet friends, then we'll walk them along. We try to put people in taxis safely, and we work well with the taxi marshals, but sometimes people are too intoxicated and they won't get taken by a taxi driver. So if we spend some time with them, we'll walk them to the taxi marshals and we'll speak to the taxi drivers as well. And between the three main groups of people, we'll try and get those people to go home on the condition that they'll pay the other end. We've given numerous pairs of flip-flops to girls who have cut their feet, can't walk in their heels anymore, and help them that way. We've given general first aid. We've had people come out of nightclubs, whether their drink has been spiked or not. It hasn't been, 100% sure. But basically, one person was actually unconscious on the floor at the side of a nightclub, and one of the bouncers from the other club came and approached us. And she was completely incontinent. She didn't know where she was. After spending an hour with her, there was just no way that she was going to get we were going to get anywhere with her. She was with a friend and they were actually staying in the city centre. So one of our street pastors went and got a vehicle from our night base so that they could drive them to the hotel because she couldn't walk. She'd been checked over by the paramedics and that, but it was just obviously a reaction to the alcohol. But we made sure that she got back to the hotel safely. So it could be numerous things.
So from things like this that you've seen, would you agree with the bad press that Cardiff has got as a binge drinking capital of the UK?
I think the majority of the people who go out partying in Cardiff are generally out there to just have a good time and enjoy themselves. And the majority of people, they're quite sensible. Like we see quite a lot of the youngsters, having water bottles and things. And I think it's possibly different when it's that special time of year, say Christmas and things, but I don't think Cardiff is any worse than any of the other cities that are being compared to. I think it's just a case that, if there's a large group of hen parties or stag parties, which there is now in Cardiff, I think things tend to look a bit worse. But I don't know, I feel safe being out there in Cardiff. I don't know whether that's because I'm from Cardiff. I don't know.
Yeah, but it has shown, even though we have got this stag parties, it has shown, looking at the statistics, that the alcohol-related crime has actually gone down in the past 2 years. So would you say, do you think that's why you feel safe in Cardiff?
I think from just with working with street pastors and building the relationships with the police and the nighttime economy workers, I'm far more aware now of what measures are being taken to ensure that people are out there safely. I think it's only the minority where there could be a bad situation, and you get certain occasions where, you know, fights kick off and things. But to be honest, just from meeting the police and understanding where they're trying to go with things, and knowing that we're out there and we're all working as one big team together, I think, you know, that has had an impact on the city centre, definitely.
Yeah. So do you think there are any further steps that police or licensees could take to improve the situation?
I think that there's a very good system between the police and the licensees at the moment, and basically that's like a traffic light system, and they're trying to make it so that if somebody is very intoxicated, that they won't get served at the bar. And I think another improvement could be that possibly they should be able to give away drinks of water. A lot of places tend to say, no, we don't do tap water, and then there's quite a big charge for if you want to buy a bottle of water, which people tend not to do. So if they could bring in something like that, so that if people said, oh, can my friend have a drink of water, I think that would be really helpful, because it's surprising what an impact just giving a small bottle of water actually does to sober somebody up. I mean, I've been stood with somebody for 20 minutes and that person has been completely out of it, can't get a word out to them, and after encouraging them to take sips regularly from a bottle of water, within 20 minutes they've been able to have a conversation with me. So I was quite surprised at the impact that has.